4 years ago, I've been having regular glucose tolerance tests, and my fasting glucose was 6.9. So on another day, I would have had diabetes. I really didn't know where else to go because, as I say, my diet was healthy, I was active, I was all of the things that you would expect to be of benefit to me, but it still wasn't enough. I had a look at it and I thought, well, why not, basically? So I'll give it a go and see what happens. And within 4 months, my clothes were hanging off me. You know, just cutting out potatoes, cutting out the starchy stuff. And within 4 months, I had probably lost a stone. I could see the benefit so quickly. And it just carried on like that. So a year later, I'd lost 2 stone. And that's kind of where I am now, because I was about 10.5 stone when I started, and I'm now about 8.5. It wasn't as difficult as I thought it was going to be. I wasn't hungry. And I think had I been hungry, I would have found it much more difficult. So that was also a relief, because I didn't want to spend my time, feeling hungry all the time. And I don't. Side effects wise, I didn't really notice anything. I didn't get a keto flu or anything like that. I just went, and I felt so much better. I felt better myself. I looked better. Just everything was just great, really. I thought, this is great. Why did I not do this years ago? I don't have anything like as many aches and pains as I used to have. Now, that may be just because I'm more active, because I'm not sitting at a computer all the time, which is what I ended up finding, my final job, basically. My energy levels are, again, as good as they've ever been. I'm fitter than I've ever been. I'm healthier than I've ever been. And all of that is again, to some extent, it comes back to the weight loss, because it's much easier to maintain that kind of health when you're not carrying the extra weight as well. So I think all of that is true. I just feel much better, basically. I see this as being the way that I'm going to live for the rest of my life, and would really want to help people to see that it is sustainable. That you can live a very good life, for many years. Just live in a different way. So for me, it's not about diets. I'd never call it a diet. It's a change in lifestyle, basically. It's good for your physical health. It's good for your mental health, and it's good for the people around you as well. Because if you're feeling better, then that hopefully kind of helps them as well to feel better too. Well, my husband we basically eat the same food. From time to time, he'll, decide that he wants a baked potato, or he usually has cereal for his breakfast. But essentially, he is eating pretty much what I'm eating. And his tummy has decreased in size by several belt notches. So he has also seen the benefit of eating low carb. And my son has periods when he doesn't eat a lot of carbs. My daughter equally also, because again, they've both seen the benefit for me. They've seen how much things have improved for me. So they've also, and my sister, she's had much more difficulty with weight than I've ever had. And over the last 4 months, she's also been eating low carb and has lost quite a lot of weight as well. So yeah, little ripples going out from me. Well, as I said, I eat a lot of salad. So I'm quite happy to sit down and just eat a plate full of salad with a tin of tuna fish on top of it. So fish and vegetables is another favourite. I really like the low carb nut loaf. We had that last night with gravy. So that's another good one. I've always had a sort of thing for flans and things. So I make an almond pastry and then just put whatever in the filling. We eat quite a lot of curry. We do eat quite a lot of pulses. in various forms. So again, we eat quite a lot of dal, we eat chickpea curries and vegetable curries of one sort or another. It's just nice to feel part of a group of people who are in a similar place, not the same place, but in a similar place. And, and in the hope that there might be something that I can say that will be helpful. We all need, a bit of input and a bit of support and a bit of, from other people who are experiencing some of the same things. So I always come away thinking, oh, that was good. If if you don't want to be actually, completely there, then just come along and listen, just listen to what's happening. And basically very soon you'll realise that it's a very supportive group of people who are there to help, if you want help, or there to entertain, because it's entertaining as well. And just to be, as I say, just to be part of the group that is in a similar place to the one that you're in. And also the sort of realisation that you're not alone. There's lots of people who are struggling with these things. And also it'll give you the opportunity to see what's possible, because that's always one of the things, isn't it, is understanding what's possible. I think what I would say is be kind to yourself, set yourself reasonable goals. Don't think that you have to do it the way anybody else does it. Understand yourself and understand how you can use the program to fit in with the way that you are, because there's no point in trying to have a very detailed way of doing the program if you're not actually a very detailed person, because all that will do is just add to your stress. So find the way that works for you, and you'll see the benefits. And just understand that it will take time and that we all have to find our own way through this. And if you're feeling disheartened, come along to the meetup and somebody will cheer you up, basically.